Welcome to Vision Plus and welcome back to this Senior for Mathematics. Today we want to see how we can find the equation of a circle when we are given the endpoints of the diameter of the circle. And going to example 1. Example 1 says that find the equation of a circle whose endpoints of the diameter are given below. So what do we need to do? For part A, the endpoints of the diameter are 8, 4 and 2, 2. What does it mean when we say that 2 points are the endpoints of a diameter? It means that if you have a circle in this manner, this is the circle, draw a diameter. Remember, a diameter of a circle is a line that divides the circle into two equal parts. So you can draw it in any manner you want, as long as you are dividing the circle into two equal halves. So I'm going to draw it horizontally. This is the diameter of a circle. And the endpoints of the diameter, this is one point, this is another endpoint. Now, the endpoints are 8, 4 and 2, 2. You choose. If you want to put 8, 4 here, you can put it. If you want to put 8, 4 here, you can put it. There's no problem. So I'm going to put this side. I'm going to put here 8 and 4 as this point. And the other endpoint, I'm going to put 2 and 2. These are the endpoints of the diameter in this manner. Remember, the diameter has to pass through the center. That is the only condition for which it will divide the circle into two equal parts. We are looking for the equation. And for us to write the equation of any circle, I said clearly that we need the center and the radius. Any circle is defined by its center and its radius. So we need to get the center. So the center are the coordinates in the middle here, which the center is given by A and B. So we need to find the center A and B. So let us start by getting the center before we get the radius. Now, the center is in the middle here. This is the center C. Okay? How do we get the coordinates in the middle here when you have the coordinates on the sides? Because the center is exactly in the middle, so the distance from the center up to this point is the same as the distance from the center up to this point. Remember, that is the radius. So for us to get the coordinates of the center, we need to get the midpoint. We need to get the midpoint, okay, of the endpoints of the diameter. So the midpoint here, M, is the one that gives us the coordinates of the center. And in your coordinate geometry, you have learned that the formula for the midpoint is given as x1 plus x2 out of 2, okay, comma, y1 plus y2 out of 2. Then you put them in the bracket because they are coordinates of a point. So you come and name the endpoints the way you want. You can call this one x1 and this one y1. Call this one x2 and this one y2. Or the opposite also works. You call this x1, y1, x2, y2. You will get the same answers as somebody who has this. So we need to substitute now for this value so that we get the midpoint. X1 plus x2. Where is x1? X1 is here, 8. Plus, where is x2? X2 is 2. And then we are dividing these two terms by 2. Comma. This one is comma. Don't put plus, minus, times this comma because they are coordinates. And then going to the second part, y1, which is 4, plus y2, which is 4 out of 2. This 2 is for the formula. It is not anywhere here. You shall always be dividing by 2. So so that you get the midpoint on the x-axis and you get the midpoint on the y-axis. Then you add and divide by 2. That means 8 plus 2 divided by 2, it is 5. 4 plus 2 divided by 2, it is 3. So these are the coordinates of the midpoint, which is in the middle here, midpoint N. After getting the coordinates of the midpoint, those are the coordinates of the center. Therefore, the center of this circle is at 5 and 3 in that manner. So after getting the coordinates of the center, now we need to find the radius so that we can write the equation. Remember that the radius is the distance from the center to any point on the circumference. That means from here up to here is r, from here up to here is also r. In finding the radius, there are two options. One, you can start by getting the diameter of the circle and then you divide the diameter by 2 to get the radius. Or you can use the coordinates of the center here, which are 5 and 3, and then you find the distance from the center to either point of the end points of the diameter, either this point or this point. And then from there you get the you get the radius straight away. So I'm going to do the two options and we see that we get the same answers just for part A. But for part B and C and the coming examples, I will just use what will be easier for me and you choose what is easier for you. So from here, let me start by getting the diameter so that we divide the diameter by 2 and it gives us the radius. Now the diameter is the distance from here up to there. So now the diameter, let me write in full. It's going to be the distance between 2 points. That is the length between 2 points, which we know that is given by the square root of x2 minus x1 squared plus y2 minus y1 squared. I hope this is clear. And then we'll substitute. I'm going to use how I've named these points. X2 is 2 minus x1 is 8 squared plus y2 is 2 minus y1 2 minus y1, which is 4 squared. So therefore my diameter, on simplifying that, becomes the square root of, use the calculator, 2 minus 8 squared 36 plus 2 minus 4 squared is 4. So I'm getting the diameter as root of 40. After getting the diameter, remember the diameter is twice the radius. So you now come and say, now therefore the radius in this case is given by diameter divided by 2. That means we shall have root of 40 divided by 2. Okay? Root of 40 divided by 2. You can leave your answer in that format. It is okay. That is the radius. Now, that is one method of getting the radius. You first get the diameter and then you divide the diameter by 2. That is method 1. But method 2, we just come and we use the coordinates of the center and any other coordinate on the circumference, either this point or this point, and we get the radius straight away. So for method 2, I'm going to use the coordinates of the center, which are 5 and 3, and any other point on the circumference, like here up to 2. So let me use 2, 2. Now, and then you come and name these points again. You can call this x1, y1, x2, y2. Or you can call these ones 2s and these ones 1s. Now from here you come and say, now therefore, you know that these are 2 points and the distance between 2 points in this case gives us the radius r, which is given by square root of x2 minus x1 square plus y2 minus y1 squared. I'm going very slowly because this is the first example we are doing and I want to give you the foundation. Now from here we substitute x2. x2 is 2 minus x1 is 5 squared, right? Yes. x2 minus 5 squared plus y2 is also 2 minus 3 and we square. This here gives us 2 minus 2 minus 5 squared. I'm getting 9. 9 plus 2 minus 3 squared 1. Here I'm getting root of 10 as the radius. These two answers are the same, okay? Because root 14 divided by 2 in decimal points. In decimal point, I'm getting 3.1623 to 4 decimal places. How about root of 10? Root of 10 is the same exactly. Root of 10 here also in decimal point is 1 point. It's 3.1623. So these two values of r are the same. This one just contains surd, but it's also the same as this. It contains surd. And if we simplify root of 40 under simplification of surds, then we can simply do it because root 40 is the same as 4 times 10, but over 2. Take the square root of 4, you get 2 root 10 over 2. 2 and 2 will cancel, and then you get root of 10. So the two answers are the same. The same applies. What if someone had used the center and 8 and 2? That would be method 3. I'm doing them so that you see which one is convenient for you and you understand more. So what if somebody had decided to use the center, which is 5 and 3, and the points 8 and 4, so that you get the distance from the center to this other end point. Come and name them x1, y1, x2, y2. Then you come and say now the radius, which is given by the square root of change x squared plus change y, y2 minus y1 squared. Then we substitute x2 is 8 minus 5 squared plus y2 is 4 minus 3 squared. This here gives us 8 minus 5 squared. I'm getting 9. 9 plus 4 minus 1 squared. I'm getting 1. Are you seeing that also here it gives us root of 10 units? So for you to get the radius, there are 3 options in this case. And one, you find the diameter and then you divide the diameter by 2. Or you can find the distance from the center to one point on the circumference or the other point on the circumference, and you get the same answers. So in the coming examples, I'm going to use what will be convenient for me, as you will use what is convenient for you. So after getting the center, which is here, and the radius using one of the following methods, then you now come and say, therefore, the equation. You choose the format in which you're going to write the equation. But for me, the factorized form is easier and saves time. Equal to ri squared. Then you substitute for a, b, and r. So we shall have x minus a, which is 5 squared, plus y minus b, which is 3 squared, equals to r. R is root 10. Root 10 squared gives us 10. So this is the equation of the circle, for which the end points of the diameter are 8, 4, and 2, 2. This is for part A. Let us go to part B and see